Welcome back, y'all. It is Tuesday, which means it is time for tank reviews. Today is another subscriber edition, so I will be checking out a few of y'all's tanks. I absolutely love what wonderful jobs y'all have done putting together some of your tanks out there, and I really enjoy doing this. I'm thinking I'll probably be doing these maybe a few times a year, maybe even more. If you would like further information about how to submit your tank, I will go ahead and have all that in the description box below. So without further ado, let's check out some tanks. So first off, we have a tank from Wes. This is the top Fin Enchanting, which has 2 species of Java Fern and 1 Anubias plant, along with 4 Marimo mossballs and 2 Zebra Nearite snails. So in here we do have a mixture of live plants and we've got a fake plant. It also does say that he was wanting to do some sort of carpeting plant in here, but unfortunately, yeah, I agree with what he says. The enchant really just doesn't have quite a strong enough light for most carpeting plants. It is a pretty nice little setup. It does have some little pieces of driftwood and it does have live plants. I'm not sure how I personally feel about the purple plant or the colored rocks, but all in all, I would say this is a pretty nice little setup for starting out, and the enchant is a 3.5 gallon tank, which is adequate for bettas. It would be nice to see a little bit more height towards the back of the tank, but once the Java Fern starts growing in, then that should start filling up some of that space. So I would give this one a 4 out of 5 for now, and I think that it's going to be pretty nice once it starts really filling in and coming together. And next up we have a tank from Betta Believes CTPK. And it looks like this is a 29 gallon sorority tank. And in here we have 4 female bettas, a pleco, a Cory catfish, and shrimp. It also says that they have kept fish their whole lives and recently decided to take it up a notch and breed bettas. Now, I really like this setup that they have going on here. Looks like they've got a pretty well planted tank going on. I really like the contrast in color of the plants and how they have this kind of set up. The only thing I would maybe consider getting a couple more Cories, since they are typically a shoaling fish. But all in all, I think this is a pretty awesome setup, and I love that you're starting to get into breeding. So I would give this tank a 4 out of 5. And last but not least, we have a tank from Jewel. Jewel is an animal enthusiast that has over 20 pets. And this is their 20 gallon long Blackwater Wallstad tank. So in this tank, there's no CO2, no fertilizers, and no filter. And it looks like we have a single betta that gets to enjoy this entire tank all to himself. I gotta say, this is a pretty impressive setup. And while normally I would find fault for not using a filter, you can sometimes get away with it with the proper setup, especially in a heavily planted tank. And the fact that you went through so much trouble trying to design the perfect tank for your betta, because in previous tanks your betta was stressed and nipping its own fins. I think this is pretty impressive, and I've got to give it a 5 out of 5. So anyway, guys, that's all I really have for y'all today. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!